Everyone, welcome back to the channel LJ Scale Models, and welcome back to another project for 2025. This project will probably be quite short, maybe one video rather than two or three as a series. So without further ado, let's get over to the desk. Cheers. Hey guys, welcome back to the desk and a further update on the wee Panzer II, I believe is the right name. So basically, I've got everything ready for primer. Just finished off the guys, crew, and the wee man. That's the commander, who is only wee half paint. And I've got the tank sitting here at the side, ready to go. As I mentioned before, I'm using this one-shot primer by Big Ammo Mig. So it's going to put a red oxide over the vehicle. So what the plan is then to do some chipping. So I'll put some hairspray over that, and then I'm gonna spray it with this dark yellow, and then try and do some chipping, activate it with water, and hopefully that'll work. It hasn't worked for me now. I've done it a couple of times, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but we'll try it again. So without further ado, let's get on with a bit of my favorite thing. Oh, not getting anything out. Okay, let me pause and get back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Apologies. But we're getting there now, or we're getting paint anyway. So, without further ado, let's go over this. So, I'm just gonna give it a nice light brush over. As I say, not too heavy, because I believe this is the type of color that the Germans use as their primer in the factory. So I'm just going to spray it all over. And hopefully we'll be able to get the effect that we desire. Keep on. This was a really nice kit, went together. Now I know it's quite old. I think it came out in 1971. And then 2008, I believe, it got a retool, I think, backward, and a new box art. And then in 2009, I think it had some new parts. It's been around for a while. This kit's, and we're out of paint. Bear with me, guys. So it's been around for a while, as I say, 50 years. But I have to say, it went together really well. I had no fit issues. Obviously, there's a bit of flash, which would be expected, I suppose, from a kit at this age. But other than that, it went together really, really well. Just finishing out this here, and we'll give you the shade as well. Just the right coat. Yeah, I think you get the gist now, guys. So I won't bore you with anything else. All right, cheers. Okay, guys. So back at the desk then. So primed up the hull and the turret and the upper hull as well on the Panzer II. I'm now gonna do the figures, and I'm just gonna do Lego black primer here. That's my go-to, quite easy to use. So yeah, let's go. Almost yourself there, guys. You've seen this 100 times, no doubt. Just giving them a nice spray over. Nice. I think you get the idea there, guys. So basically, just spraying them all black. So what I will do then, once that dries off, I'll then get some white. I'll use this XF1, beg your pardon, XF2 flat white, and then spray from above just to give it some shadow. So basically, that's part one, guys. Hope you enjoyed that and get something out of it. Watch out for part two, where I'm gonna put the XF60 over the tank. But before doing that, I'm gonna try some chipping. Just got uh, some common hairspray here. Not that I need it, but there's other brands out there. I just use that and see if we can get that effect. So until the next time, thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers. And welcome back to part two on the Tamiya 135th scale Panzer II. If you remember the last session, part one, I put on this red oxide primer as I want to try and do a chipping effect. Now, I put on hairspray about maybe a couple of hours ago, so that's dried in. I'm now going to spray it with this dark yellow XF60. Now I've done a mix. It's in the airbrush already, 50/50. So without further ado, let's just start spraying this on. Do we test? Yep, all good. Okay, you can see this. So just nice and light. That's going down nicely. I might actually put up the pressure, I think, on the brush. But you can see what I'm trying to do there. Carbon, putting down the layers of the and just want that darkness to come through. So it looks faded, if that makes sense. Me. I don't know. What do you think, guys? I don't know. Maybe is it? So, so what my intention is then is to sort of let that dry for an hour or so, and then put some water on it and activate the hairspray underneath, and hopefully that will show this color through and give me a chipping effect. That's the plan. It's never worked for me before, but hopefully I've done something different that it'll work this time. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys what I was planning and doing anyway. So let me get on that and I'll get back to you. Cheers. Right, guys. So another further update on the Panzer II by Tamiya. Um, so I tried the chipping and it looks as if it's worked. Hopefully you can see that. So I've I done the XF 62, is that right? 62 or 60, sorry, the dark yellow. I think it's a bit bright there, but we maybe can tone it down. So as you can see, I've started doing a bit of chipping there, and basically what it was doing, I had a couple of methods. Um, so I would I would dump I would dump the just put a bit of water in my little tray. So this is how I done it. So we'll just so let's say this edge here just for an example. So we'll dumped it like that. I've got a couple of tools here. So first of all, I've got these wee wire brushes, and I think these are for drills. I found these on eBay, a couple of quid. Can't remember how much they were. There's a bag of them, so you get this bag. These I think they're all the same size. And what I done is I just scraped along the edge, so like that. Hopefully you can see that. Dry that off. Dry that off. So that gets you a bit of a scuffed effect. And then I have this. This is a wee stir. This is from Tamiya's wee stirs. And what I would do is I would just basically scrape. So if I can just, hopefully you can pick that up. So basically just scrape the paint away, and it shows that brown beneath it. Probably the best example would be the wheels. I've been doing the wheels. So there's one there. Hopefully that can come through okay on the camera. You can see where just showing some scrapes. Another one would be sort of this one where the actual wheel hub has been gouged or something. And that's been good. So just by way of example, then if I could I'll do this one here. So give it a good wet to activate the hairspray underneath, and then I just basically, you can go as hard or as soft as you like. So if I'm just randomly scraping that, no particular method or reason why, and that's the effect that I come up with. I think that's quite nice. Now what I'm going to do is I'll paint the outside of these wheels. I'll probably do them like a rubber. What is it called? Yeah, it's rubber black XF85. Just to show the rubber around the wheels, the roll wheels on the vehicle. So there you are. So there you are, guys. Thankfully the chipping method worked for me this time. I think that's my third or fourth attempt. So I must have done something right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack on with the hole now and try and get that done. And I was just thinking about this last night, and maybe I've made a slight blunder. I don't think I should have put the hull on top of the topper deck. Reason being, just to get the tracks on, because that looks pretty snug. Because once you do the tracks and put them together, that's gonna be a challenge to get that on. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Cheers. Okay, so back at the desk here for a further update. So so let's start off with the tank. I have the figures over. I just varnished them there. So they're over drying off. So what I done with the tank, obviously spread on the XF60. Um, and then I done a bit of chipping and scraping and whatnot, and I'm pretty happy the way it's turned out. Then give that a varnish coat, and then I put down some line panel liner just to bring out the the doors and the hatches and whatnot, and that's turned out pretty well. Done the same thing with the wheels, sort of scraped them up, damaged them up a bit, and done the same with the panel liner as well. Uh, so they've turned out pretty as well. So what I intend to do now is well, I have to do the tracks, but that'll be the next task after this one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put on a dust coat, and I'm going to use this light dust deposit and the sand deposit as well, both from AK. And what I've done is I've just put it in this wee jar, and put a bit of thinner in it just to water it down a wee bit. And basically, is all I'm going to do is just spread it on, um, and just let that dry. It's probably too much there the way we're doing it at the minute, but uh, hopefully it'll give us the effect we want. What I've done, I haven't done this before. What I normally do is I just stick it in the paintbrush, or not the paintbrush, in my airbrush, and I spray it on, and it seems to give me a bit of a nice effect. But I'm just going to try this here now and see how we get on. Um, might need to get a cotton bud and settle it down a wee bit because it looks a bit thick. No cotton buds available. Bear with me. Okay, so I'm just gonna. Well, what's happening? That is not what I was after. That's starting to bring off the uh, the initial paint. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening there, but that is not what I was after. Anyhow, we'll get on. Actually, that's probably looking a nice wee effect there. So I'm just trying to scrape off the excess that has come on. Now it's thinned down quite thin, so it should be easy to move about. But I might just resort to my normal method because I don't think that's working too well. But anyway, you see what I was trying to do there, boys and girls. Anyway, let me get back to this, and I'll see you later. Cheers. So I'm going to resort to my normal method, and you can see the practice. It's a very very cool. Just to give that dust effect. So let me try it on the whole, and then maybe I don't think I showed up too well there for you, but let's do the front of the hole here. You can see the effect I'm trying to get. Yeah, hopefully you can see that now better. That's much better now. So giving it a dulling it right down, but as if it's just from a sandstorm or something. Anyway, yeah. So while I'm back on here, so let me just show you some of the figures. So I had not a figure painter by any stretch of the imagination. So this is our commander. Probably the best, especially his eyes. They look quite good. I've just put on a matte coat of varnish here, and just to finish it off. Um, some of the eyes are to be desired. So there's one of the guys there. I think this is another commander. Um, Pretty happy the way it's turned out. I give him a wash with this Starship. Is it by AK Starship detail wash? That's quite nice. I just flooded it and then with the cotton bud wiped it off. There's a few more. Oh, somebody's moved off a stick. There's one there whose eyes are just not right. And it is for sure. It's uh, it's the way it is. But there you are, guys. I thought I'd show you that as well. So I'll put him back on the stick. I'm hoping to put this all on a base with a bit of luck, and then we'll be able to get the final reveal and few pictures now. Let me crack on then. Cheers, guys. I'm just going to put some of this in between the running gear and tracks, etc. And then what I'll do is pop that over there, put the lid on just in case. And then what I do is I'm using this pigment by MIG. Just get a load on a brush and then just flick it over the vehicle with a toothpick, and that gives us a nice wee effect of caked in sand, as it's been running on the desert. Nice wee effect, nice wee touch. Cool. There, guys. So as you can see, I'm gonna try and put the tracks on. Just pop the wheels on there, hoping this is gonna help me. Um, I think I should have left the whole bit off first. But anyway, we're here now. So I'm just trying to line them up here now. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing on the camera here. Um, so let me see what's going to be the best way to do this. Maybe in the middle. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll put some glue on it first. Let's see. And then what I'll do is I'll heat up the, the rubber studs so that we seal over it. This is a wee bit, this is a wee bit tricky. Gosh, this isn't working. Okay. I'm gonna have to get back to you guys. Thanks. Okay, guys, welcome back. So I had a bit of an issue trying to put the tracks on the vehicle. Um, wrapping it round and then tying it up. So I've glued them there. I'm gonna let them sit for like 24 hours, and then I'll just try and squeeze them on over the wheels and the cogs. Because that was quite tricky. Anyway, so we're nearly there. I've just what else have I to do? I think that's it. Once I do the tracks, I'll weather them up a wee bit as well, and then I'll put up a few pictures, shots. So I'm going to try and put it on a base with the guys as per this nice box art. And maybe put another vehicle in the background, something I've built before, just for a bit of contrast, if you like, bit of context. So there you are, guys. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll let me get on with this. Cheers. Hey guys, so further update on the bench. So I actually got the wheels, got the tracks on. Um, Pretty easy in the end because the wheels were free, and that helped me sort of get the tracks around them. A bit of a struggle with one track, but the other one wasn't too bad. So what I'm doing now, I'm just sort of weathering them up a wee bit. I'm just putting this light dust deposit on by AK. Basically, got a wee container here, and I'm just going through the tracks that, and hopefully that'll melt into the base as well to give me if in fact that it's actually sitting in the sand as opposed to sitting on top of it, if that makes sense. So just lightly brushing that on, going in between the tracks themselves, uh, doing that all around. So just this is basically what I'm doing here, just a light dab and then brushing it along the track. Not forgetting to do inside as well, just to give that effect. 3 days. Hopefully that'll give us my desired effect that I'm after. So you are, guys. So that's basically it. For the Panzer II. What I'll do is I'll set up my diorama or my figures, if you like, and I'll put up a few more pictures, and that'll be the final reveal. So once again, many thanks for staying tuned, and I hope you got something out of it. Until the next time, take care. Happy modeling. Cheers, lads.